to schedule your appointment today.
Back here at Fox Chapel High School, just about set to go. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Montour Spartans. And Tony, we talked earlier during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, a similar situation to what the Mustangs faced 2 years ago at West Mifflin High School against Franklin Regional when Justin Brostensky took the mound and got a win for the Mustangs.
He sure did, and he pitched a fantastic game, and I know the Mustangs are hoping that Broadwater can come out and do the same thing. He really kept Franklin Regional off balance and threw well, hit his spots. So hopefully Carson can come out and do the same here. And pretty big field here today too, Brian. 325 down the lines, 365 in the alleys, 368 in the right center field alley. Straight away we're going to guess what, about 400? So nice field, turf field. So not worried about the weather here today.
It's interesting to actually have, like you said, an all-turf infield but a grass outfield.
Well, you see a lot of that, especially in high school ball anymore. Like I said, just a whole lot easier to take care of the infield that way.
Well, finishing up his last couple of warm-up tosses, Gannon Cattlesick. You mentioned, Tony, he's a Radford recruit.
He's a Radford recruit and comes in better on the bump, but doing pretty well at the plate as well. Brian hit about 430, so a nice recruit there for Radford. You'll be looking forward to that, that's for sure.
One of the lineup switches for the Mustangs today has forced Joe Chambers out of the lineup. And, of course, the Mustangs, as Tony had to go off headset there for a moment. Joe Chambers not in the lineup today due to the fact that they have Carson Broadwater pitching. When they had to shift around the infield there, that's certainly going to hurt them not having his bat in the lineup.
Well, most definitely, and that's the thing. Joe's done well at the plate. Plus, he can also sacrifice when you need him and has done a good job just handling the bat overall. So it's going to be a little bit different, but like I said, don't be surprised if you see the whole staff today and you see a lot of bench players as well for the Mustangs. Obviously, they have to pull this one out to get to the championship and get where they need to be.
And the winner will play down at Wild Things Field next week on either Tuesday or Wednesday against Blackhawk or Newcastle. And those two teams actually playing a semifinal round game all the way up at Neshannock High School tonight.
Yeah, I saw that. And as you mentioned yesterday, 3 of these teams out of the same section conference. So you can tell how good that was with Montour, Blackhawk, and Newcastle overall.
This game and the broadcast rights to this game is sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL, WMBS, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening and viewing audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of the WPIAL, WMBS, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network is strictly prohibited. So Caden Early to get things started here for the Mustangs, the junior batting .388 with 8 RBIs so far this season as the catcher Brock Janita has a quick chat here with Gannon Cattlesick. And we'll get this 4A semifinal round game underway here from Fox Chapel High School. Game time temperature around 82 degrees under mostly cloudy skies here in northern Allegheny County. And the first pitch to Caden Early. Fastball catches the inside corner for a strike. We certainly have a good vantage point here, Tony, right behind home plate.
Excellent vantage point, Brian. And we're going to be able to see every pitch and how close. And it's going to be a nice game to watch here.
Now the 0-1 to Early. He fouls it back.
You can see Cattlesick got some giddy up here too, Brian.
Yes, he does.
Nice left-handed motion. Mechanics are excellent. You can tell he's got the heater going. Let's see what kind of breaking pitch he has. I wouldn't be surprised to see it right here.
The Mustangs saw a lefty yesterday, Justin Stupka. 0-2 now on the way to Early, and a well-hit ball here to left center field, and drops in between Vinnie Markelin and Ryan Gallagher. So leadoff single for Caden Early, and the Mustangs in business here at the top of the first inning.
And a good start for the Mustangs. As we said, Caden Early's been kind of the spark plug for the Mustangs. Has done exceptionally well in the leadoff spot, and right there leads this game off with a base hit for the Mustangs.
Now Ty Sankovic coming to the plate, the sophomore second baseman today, batting .380 with 10 RBIs. And Early about a step lead off first.
Yeah, not a very big lead. And I would have to imagine that Cattlesick also has a pretty good move to first.
Wind blowing in a little bit, maybe 5 to 10 miles an hour. Cattlesick's first pitch, fastball misses low and outside here to Sankovic.
Working strictly from the stretch here as well, Brian. Kind of interesting. A lot of guys anymore don't use the windups, just pitch from the stretch all the time, and that's what Cattlesick's doing here today.
Count 1-0. Now he'll throw over to first and check Caden Early, who does have good speed.
Good speed, but not a very big lead over there. I'm sure he's just trying to see if Sankovic might be trying to think about a bunt or anything.
Now the 1-0 pitch to Sankovic, fouled off on the left side. Mike Smith coaching third again for the Mustangs today. Joe LaPresta back coaching first base for Laurel Highlands.
And I'm sure that Coach DeBerry's hoping for a remember the Titans moment here at the end of this game.
We certainly send our best to Mustangs head coach Scott DeBerry. Wishes he was here. We know he's rooting on the Mustangs back in Uniontown. 1-1 pitch, head first slide on the check over to first again from Early, who's back safely. Nobody out, just underway from Fox Chapel High School. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanula, Jerry Dupay behind the camera, Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. 1-1 to Sankovic, and that pitch kind of jammed him there on the inside, able to foul it off. Count moves to 1-2.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Brian Lukevich playing in on the grass at third. He's expecting a bunt from Sankovic, and you can see why the pitcher kept working over on Early just to make sure that he wasn't getting a decent lead if Sankovic did decide to bunt.
Count now 1-2. Cattlesick to Sankovic. Cattlesick again looking over at Early, delivers the 1-2 pitch and barely staying alive there. Ty Sankovic fouling it off on the left side.
And that was a nice fight off as well. That was a good pitch. Really couldn't do much with it. Sankovic really on top of the plate, Brian.
Is crowding it there on the inside. Again, we have a great view right behind home plate. Now Cattlesick's 1-2. Here to Ty Sankovic. Fastball misses low. Good block there from the catcher, Brock Janita.
Yeah, very nice block. And we saw that last night. What, 3 players got on strikeouts with the ball getting away from the catchers.
Brock's dad, Bob, the head coach of the Montour Spartans. Scott DeBerry, his 8th year as the head coach of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Montour, a 6-5 come from behind win yesterday over Quaker Valley, and that went high and inside to Sankovic. That'll take us 4-3-2.
And a nice at bat here right now for Sankovic. As we said, crowding the plate, and you can see here with this vantage point we have, Brian, and why he kept hitting those outside pitches to left field throughout the last 4 or 5 games.
Now the 3-2 here to Sankovic, and Ty again fouls it off on the left side. Parking lot getting a lot of action over there.
Yeah. I don't know if I found a good spot there.
Surprised they don't actually have more netting up here around the baseball complex. Not much protection for the cars.
No,
I thought they'd have a bigger press box as well for a school of this size.
We're on the patio deck.
Yes, we are. 3-2 again on the way, and a punch out there of Sankovic. You thought it was low for ball 4.
Nah, that pitch was a pretty good-looking pitch right there. That's a tough one to take, especially with a full count. So Sankovic goes down the first strikeout of the game for Cattlesick.
Now bring up Nick Kumar, homered yesterday against North Catholic, now has 4 home runs and 22 RBIs on the season, batting .508. Senior shortstop for the Mustangs today, picked up the save. Actually, both of the Mustangs semifinal round games came on in relief yesterday of Joe Chambers, and then also came on in relief of Joe in the first round Mustangs victory over Beaver. Nick takes ball 1 here.
And Nick, first couple of bats yesterday, popped out to the second baseman, then took one for a ride.
1-0 pitch to Nick, and that one kind of jammed him on the inside, fouls it off down the left field line. 325 down the left field line here at Fox Chapel, 365 to the alley in left, 385 to straightaway center field, 368 to the alley in right, and 318 down the right field line. Now 1-1 count to Nick Kumar, 1 out, just underway, top of the first inning. Scoreless between Montour and Laurel Highlands for a semifinal round action. 1-1 pitch to Kumar. That one a little high and outside, takes us to 2-1.
Yeah, nice look there by Nick. Pretty good looking pitch, but just did not catch the outside corner.
The other 4A semifinal will be played at 6:30 tonight. Blackhawk and Newcastle at Neshannock. Now the 2-1 here to Nick Kumar. That one high and inside takes us to 3-1. This is actually the only playoff game being played here today at Fox Chapel, even though semifinal round games are being played in all 6 classifications today.
I was kind of shocked at that as well, Brian. I thought there'd be a couple games here today.
Now the 3-1 from Cattlesick to Kumar, and Nick a little grounder here to second. Markle in there, flip to Matheson for 1, throw back over to first in time for the 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the first, scoreless, Laurel Highlands and Montour here on the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Day.
General Dentist Dr. Edward L. Wietek Jr. treats children, teens, and adults of all ages. Dr. Wietek performs all phases of general dentistry, including crowns and bridges, partials, full dentures, comprehensive orthodontics, root canals, bonded white fillings, dental implants to replace missing teeth and to stabilize loose-fitting dentures, and comprehensive exams and cleaning. Dr. Wietek is also your place to go for full mouth reconstruction, if you've put off going to the dentist for too long. Visit Dr. Wietek online at www.myuniontowndentist.com to view the Smile Gallery and see some of his patients' before and after photos. See what over 35 years of experience and a practice committed to learning the latest techniques can do for you or your family. Dr. Wietek's office is located on the National Pike, 1 mile west of the mall on Route 40. Call him up at 724-439-1616. That's 724-439-1616 for Dr. Edward L. Wietek, Jr.
Back here at Fox Chapel High School, the Montour Spartans coming to bat here in the bottom half of the first inning. Let's set their lineup. Brock Janita, the catcher, leading off. Nick Walker, the DH, batting second. Gannon Candlesek pitching and batting third. Matthew Lechovic playing third base and batting fourth. Mason Syke, the first baseman, batting fifth. Ryan Gallagher playing center field and batting sixth. Aiden DeLuca batting seventh. He's in right field. Dylan Matheson, the shortstop, batting eighth. And Anthony Markelin playing second base and batting ninth. Here's Tony with the Laurel Highlands defense.
All right, we'll start out with the infield. Starting at third base today for the Mustangs will be Braden McKnight. At short, Nick Kumar. Second baseman today will be Ty Sankovic. And at first, Zach Coffler. Left field will be Carson D'Amico. In center will be Caden Early. And in right will be Jake Fleazar. Behind the dish will be Alex McLean. And on the mound, Carson Broadwater.
Certainly a big spot here for Carson Broadwater. His last start came against Albert Gallatin in mid-May, and he kind of got run from that game, Tony, in the middle innings. Mustangs ended up losing the Colonials 6-4.
Well, it was one of those games too, Brian, where non-section game and a lot of other guys got to play. Coach DeBerry trying to give some other guys a shot at it, obviously, and a few starters that normally don't start played. So see what he can do here today.
11th appearance for Broadwater, has a 1-0 record, 3.21 ERA. He does have 2 saves so far this season. He's worked 24 innings, given up 30 hits, 21 runs, 11 of them earned, struck out 18 and walked 7 so far this season. And leading off for Montour, Brock Janita, the catcher, sophomore, batting .245 with 6 RBIs.
Well, McKnight creeping in, looking for the bunt too.
Broadwater, first pitch swing and a miss there from Janita, 0-1. Mustangs will take that start.
Well, and that's the thing. Just throw strikes and let your defense play. I mean, that's all. That's really all you can do right now. Concentrate on the batter, try to hit your spots, and maybe keep this Montour team off balance a little bit.
Next pitch, just missed inside to Janita.
He didn't miss by much.
Evens up the count at 1-1.
And interesting, too. Home plate umpire likes to set up on the inside corner over top the left shoulder of the catcher.
1-1 pitch on the way, low and in the dirt.
And what we've seen in the past is that normally leads to you getting a lot of calls on the outside corner against a right-handed batter. So we'll see what happens here today. Maybe he can work the corners against this Montour team.
Takes us now to 2-1. 2-1 on the way. Misses low and outside. 3-1. Now to Brock Janita from Carson Broadwater.
Trying to figure out how Janita's getting any dirt out of that batter's box when he puts his hand down there. I'm sure it's more like tire rubber.
3-1 on the way. That one fouled off by Janita.
Yeah, and the umpire's going to give McLean a little time. He took that one right off the face mask. Give him a little time to make sure he's okay. Mike Smith going to come out and check on him. Ask him what day it is, where he's at, and who they're playing. And if he gets all 3 right, he gets to stay in, I think.
Must have got all 3 right. He's staying in. He has a smile on his face. Coach Smith had a smile on his face.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. If he got 2 out of 3, I'll bet you he's staying in anyway for the semifinal game.
3-2 now. Broadwater to Janita. Leadoff batter for the Spartans in the bottom of the first. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Broadwater sending down Janita. Now 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning.
And a nice start, and really gives Broadwater a lot of confidence as well to start this game. So good start by Broadwater. And coming up to bat will be the DH, Nick Walker.
Walker batting .480 with a homer and 24 RBIs. Sophomore DH for Montour. He takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. And these guys in the middle of this lineup for the Spartans, Tony, really have a lot of spunk off their bat. Candlestick up next, 3 home runs. Lechovic, 4 home runs and 30 RBIs. They'll be tough to get throughout the course of the afternoon, but a big swing and a miss there from Walker. Off the big cut. Count now even at 1-1.
And a nice pitch by Broadwater. As you said, Brian, Montour's team has 10 home runs, but 7 of those between 2 players, Candlestick and Lukovic.
1-1 outside takes us to 2-1. Long looking again from Carson to Alex McLean. Now the 2-1 pitch.
Oof.
I went a little inside. Take us to 3-1.
That pitch didn't miss by much right there, Brian.
Again, both of these teams guaranteed one more game. The loser would play in a PIAA play-in game. Those games will also be contested either June 1st or 2nd down at W&J. Swing and a miss as Broadwater works his way back. Count now full of 3-2.
Yeah, right now he's throwing strikes, and that's a good thing. The only bad thing is he's gone a lot of pitches so far on the first two batters.
Payoff pitch now to Nick Walker. It's on the way, and Walker line drive over Nick Kumar in a left field. Carson D'Amico with a relay into Nick. That's a one-out single for Nick Walker.
And a nice job there just to take that outside pitch to left field. Broadwater set it up on the outside corner. It was a good-looking pitch, but Walker with a nice piece of hitting for the first hit of the game for Montour.
And I'll bring up Gannon Cattlesick, the pitcher, batting .438 with 3 homers and 21 RBIs. Another senior for the Spartans. Also batting from the left side. First pitch to Cattlesick, breaking ball high and outside, 1-0.
Yeah, that pitch just got away from Broadwater. Just a little spinner there. Didn't get a whole lot of snap on it. Trying to throw that curveball to Cattlesick and just hung out.
I'll check over to first and Walker back safely.
And again, not a very big lead. Montour, not a lot of running, not a lot of stealing by this team, just a lot of hitting, period.
They played solid again all season long. Runner going now, getting back to the bag as Walker initially jumped off and then headed back to first. Pitch missed low, count now 2-0.
Kind of interesting, the third base coach is looking in. You wonder if he missed like a hit and run sign or whatever since Walker was taking off there and he had to go back. So I got a feeling that Cattlesick might have missed a hit and run.
And actually corrected it, count 1-1, and now that pitch outside takes it to 2-1. Actually hear the Fox Chapel band practicing in the background. A lot going on here at the campus on this Tuesday afternoon. School just got out about an hour ago, and you were stuck behind some of the buses trying to get in town.
I rode down on a sidewalk. I did. I came down on a sidewalk by the tennis courts. Security guard says, it's not a road. I said, I couldn't help it.
2-1 on the way, and therefore a strike. Evens up the count at 2-2.
I said, hey, man, I got to go do a game here. I said, I need the lineups and everything. He said, okay, you're okay. So I'm not going to Fox Chapel jail tonight. Maybe another jail, but not Fox Chapel's.
2-2 on the way. Now to Cattlesick, and Cattlesick with a high fly ball to center, getting under Caden Early will make the grab for the second out of the inning.
That was interesting. I'm not so sure Early. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to figure out sky-wise. I mean, he looked like he might have been fighting that a little bit. I don't know if there's a little bit more wind out there. I mean, the flag's blowing kind of straight out towards right field, but looked like he made that play a little more interesting than it should have been.
Probably takes a little while to get some familiarity with the complex as well.
Yeah. He might have lost it in the umbrella that we have back here.
Yes, you never know. Shading us a little bit. And the first pitch to Lechovic. Did it hit him?
Yeah, it did. Barely caught the letters on the shirt.
So Lechovic hits. He'd come in with a .423 average, 4 homers and 30 RBIs, only a junior.
Yeah, and really made no effort to move at all.
And in the past, we've seen that just ruled a ball, but not this time. Now Mason Syke at the plate, 2 on with 2 outs, and we saw Joe Chambers in both the first round and quarterfinal get out of a number of jams in a similar situation. This one popped up here by Syke. It'll be Fletcher getting under it. He'll make the grab for the third out of the inning. So Montour strands 2 here in the bottom of the first, scoreless after 1 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service, real service, from a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer wishes the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs this season and in the playoffs. During these uncertain times, a lot of hard work goes into a successful season, and that includes the cooperation of players, coaches, and their families. South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer commends all of those whose hard work has gone into making this a successful season. Like our local team, Robert Schiffbauer is working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group. 724-437-9812 or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Back here at Fox Chapel High School, Alex McLean, Zach Coffler, and Braden O'Brien due up for the Mustangs here in the top half of the second inning. Gannon Cattlesick threw 16 pitches in that top of the first. Carson Broadwater threw 19 in the bottom of the first time.
Right, and just have to be conservative today. Try to get strikes, try to keep that pitch count down. As you mentioned, Montour used 3 pitchers last night. Laurel Highlands only 2.
I think Sykes the only one not eligible to come back today.
Right.
Who got the start. Of course, both Nick Kumar and Joe Chambers not eligible to throw today. Chambers not in the Mustangs starting lineup today. We'd have to think in a possible pinch hit situation if needed late in the game, he'd be one of the go-to guys.
Oh, no doubt. Like I said, you're here to win. That's what the name of the game is. Matter of fact, yesterday, Brian Cattlesick only threw 11 pitches. Syke threw 18. And Matheson actually was the starter. He threw 89 yesterday, so he will have no activity today at the mound.
So it's Matheson, not Syke. Syke would be eligible to throw
today.
today.
Yeah, Syke came in and actually picked up the save yesterday.
So Matheson, who started the game yesterday then for Montour, had actually come in with a 4-1 record and a 1.64 ERA. So he had some pretty good numbers on the season. And the first pitch is strike there at Alex McLean.
Thank you.
So working the top of the second inning, scoreless, Laurel Highlands and Montour. Now the 0-1 to the junior catcher McLean, swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-2.
Well, McLean singled in a big run last night for the Mustangs to build that lead up to 3-1.
Now 16 RBIs on the season, 444 average. And the 0-2 from Cattlesick to McLean, that one just slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, it was one of those things. Hot day, you're going to have some sweaty hands, a lot of pressure. Just going to have to need to keep the grips nice and dry.
Kind of like when you're out there golfing on a hot day.
My game's bad. It doesn't matter whether my hands are wet or not.
Count 1-2 now to Alex McLean. Fastball, McLean sends it off on the right side, and that one bounces in front of Aiden DeLuca. DeLuca a little bobble now to get the relay in, like the Mustangs did in the top of the first inning. They lead off the top of the second with a single.
And you're going to have courtesy runner again. It's going to be Gesk. He knows that routine.
Yes, ran for McLean yesterday as well, and a lot throughout the course of the season.
Now, we saw that yesterday. He was fortunate not to get caught in a situation yesterday. Almost got thrown out between second and third, but ended up in safely because of an error.
Now Zach Coffler at the plate here for the Mustangs. Coffler, senior first baseman, batting .280 with a homer and 12 RBIs.
Yeah, and that ball that hit out to DeLuca, I thought it might have had a chance to get past him, but it looks like that grass is pretty thick out there. So it's really didn't bounce away from him too far for McLean to try to make it to second base.
And Coffler will step in. He's gotten the bat going as of late. .280 average, a homer and 12 RBIs. Had a big double in the top of the seventh inning yesterday against North Catholic. First pitch to Coffler here, swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Well, he's raised his average over the last couple weeks, Brian, by about 70 points. I remember looking at one time we had done a game, he was around 210, 215. Now you're saying about 280, so 65 points, not bad over the last few weeks for the Mustangs.
0-1 now to Zach Coffler. That one misses low and outside. It's the first time that Montour's made the semifinal round since 2015. That year they lost to Knock, but won a PIAA play-in game against Chartiers Valley and actually picked up a state playoff win over Erie Cathedral Prep before losing to Knock in a rematch in the state quarterfinals as well. Another check of Gesk, who's back safely over at first. I mentioned Laurel Highlands technically in the WPIAL semis for a second straight season. Of course, they didn't play spring ball last year, but the Mustangs made the 5A title game in 2019 where they fell to Shaler. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one a little inside to Coffler, takes the count to 2-1. Mustangs lost a first-round state game against Cedar Cliff. I don't expect any trips way out east, at least early on in the state playoffs for the Western teams this year, just the way the 4A bracket is compared to the way the 5A state bracket is. 2-1 fouled off there by Coffler.
Souvenir stuck up in the fence.
Yeah, home plate umpire trying to knock it off.
I don't know. See what kind of arm he got. See what kind of arm he has. There you go.
Now they got it out. Had to throw a couple balls against the fence to get it out.
Set and ready to go now.
Spartans haven't missed the WPIAL playoffs since 2013, so like Laurel Highlands, they've been consistent performers. And Tony, we were talking a little bit last night. Just great to see this Mustang program over the last couple of years really take it to the next level. It seemed like for so many years they couldn't get over that quarterfinal round hurdle. And now really have taken this program to the next level under now 8th-year head coach Scott DeBerry.
Well, the thing about it is, Brian, from that team in 2019, you really only have 2 guys on this roster.
Correct.
Who saw any type of action for that championship game team.
Coffler and, of course, Nick Kumar.
Exactly.
Kumar actually got the start in a regular season game at home against Montour in the spring of 2019. Mustangs lost that game 2-1. 3-2 pitch on the way. Misses low for ball 4. And now Laurel Highlands with 2 on and nobody out here in the top of the second inning.
And here comes a hot hitter as well, Braden O'Brien. He's done a nice job for the Mustangs and actually has worked his way into this DH spot.
Entered yesterday a .333 average, was 1 for 3, so his average remains at .333.
Yeah, nice looking hitter for a sophomore.
Has driven in 12 runs on the season for the Mustangs so far. You have the courtesy runner Gesk on second, Coffler on first. Nobody out in a scoreless game here in the top of the second inning.
You got Syke creeping in.
Cattlesick from the stretch and fouled off, there, Tony, by O'Brien.
No, I was going to say, Syke, he's really creeping in at first base. I mean, I can't imagine that O'Brien's going to try to drop down a bunt. So the corner, obviously the third baseman staying there to catch the lead runner, but Syke really creeping in. And O'Brien can hit the ball the other way if he gets an outside pitch.
Now the 0-1, Cattlesick to O'Brien after a glance back at Gesk, delivers, breaking ball misses high and outside. And we're even at 1-1.
Yeah, and those 2 pitches, like I said, Cattlesick trying to work the outside corner here, and really a couple good pitches if they're in the strike zone for O'Brien to take it down that right field line.
Yeah, Cattlesick picked up the save in relief yesterday at Peterswood Park. And now O'Brien showing bunt and all the way in from first. Now time called. And you had Syke maybe about 10 feet from O'Brien on the right side.
He could smell his breath and figure out what he had for lunch right there.
Never seen anyone creep that far in. You really get nailed if O'Brien pulls it back and squares around and sends one down the right side.
Little butcher boy.
Yeah.
A little different story there.
1-1 on the way. O'Brien fouls that one off as that one kind of caught him on the inside there a little bit. Count now 1-2.
And the Mustangs, a lot of confidence they can put a couple runs on the board here in this second inning.
Still nobody else. And a 1-2 count here. Cattlesick to Braden O'Brien. And the pitch on the way, and again, off the inside of the bat and sent foul into the woods.
Now it's interesting, Syke, for as much as he was creeping up early on, playing pretty deep behind the runner at first base, not holding him on. And obviously O'Brien's not going to try to drop anything down with 2 strikes. But just interested that they're not holding Coffler on at first.
Kind of 1-2. Again, Cattlesick to Braden O'Brien as we work to the top of the second inning, scoreless game. 1-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. As Cattlesick went to the outside, O'Brien went at chasing and couldn't get a piece of it.
And that's a second strikeout for Cattlesick. Had one in the first inning, now one in the second. It's going to bring up left fielder Carson D'Amico.
D'Amico now batting .350 with 11 RBIs. Sophomore, check that, junior left fielder.
And he had a good game last night, too. He hit the ball hard. Played a nice left field as well for the Mustangs.
Now Candlestick's first pitch here to D'Amico. On the way, fastball, check swing, ruled a strike, 0-1. And Montour trailed yesterday. They were down 2-0 in the top of the first inning, 4-3 heading into the bottom of the sixth, where they scored 3 runs in that sixth inning to take a 6-4 lead. Quaker Valley got one back in the top of the seventh, and that was your final, 6-5.
Well, they scored all their runs in 2 innings, Brian. There it is.
There's a throwaway. Yeah. The Mustangs, Gesk now advancing down to third. He's going to try to score on the play, but they're going to say the ball's out of play. He's going to have to go back to third.
Boy, how fortunate is that? That, first off, even if that ball's on target, it's a balk, because the first baseman was nowhere close to first base. So he couldn't have made a play. So either way, the runners were going to advance, but just unfortunate for the Mustangs that it went underneath the fence and they couldn't score a run.
Maybe Coach Smith asking for the balk there as well, hoping to maybe get another.
Well, I wouldn't ask for the balk because you're only going to get one.
Correct, yep.
You better ask to make sure what the ground rules are here. If it's going to be 2 bases on a throw and out of play.
Was the ball actually out of play, though, over there? It was kind of blocked from our location. I don't know if it actually went over the fence or not.
Well, it must have been because he called it dead. I mean, I watched the first base umpire. He called it dead out there. So it had to be either jammed up over there or something. But, yeah, because Guest would have been able to run as much as he wanted there if the ball wasn't dead. So he had to call it out of play. But like I said, either way, the Mustangs would have advanced both runners because it would have been a balk either way.
Kind of 0-1 to Carson D'Amico, but now runners on second and third for Laurel Highlands. This game's still scoreless as we work in the top of the second inning. And they play 7 here in the high school game.
Ellen, catcher Janeda looking into the dugout to get the signals.
Long look in now from Candlestick. The 0-1 to Carson D'Amico. Fastball misses low and inside.
And again,
evens up the count at 1-1.
And again, interesting, Brian. Third baseman in on the grass, expecting a bunt from D'Amico. I tell you what, he's put the ball in play a lot this year. I mean, obviously, I don't think you'll ever see the bunt sign here. Even to hit a sacrifice fly. He hit the ball hard the last couple games for the Mustangs.
Sac fly RBI yesterday. Now showing bunt, lays it down, but sent it foul to take the count to 1-2.
Boy, he made me look bad.
Scored around late there, though.
Boy, he made me look bad. So much for calling that. Well, don't call my number for any psychic readings here, Brian, because I was completely off.
Coach Smith pretty honest with us as well during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Of course, we questioned a lot yesterday, not taking Nick Kumar out early. He basically told us, hey, you're talking to me before a semifinal round game. I think I made the right call.
Yeah.
1-2 on the way, and that one outside.
Yeah, we did question it because we thought that they would need Kumar today, but, well, hey, let's see what happens. So far, Broadwater looks pretty good.
Big spot for the senior. Now the 2-2. Candlestick to D'Amico. Get out of the stretch. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one sent foul again on the right side.
There's got to be 400 baseballs in these woods over here. Too bad they're not golf balls, Brian.
No, I'd probably be out there looking after the game.
Yeah, after the game. Go fill our bag up.
If you like baseballs and you have some kids out there, probably take a little walk here around the complex and find 5 or 10 pretty easily.
Before the rains tomorrow.
2-2 now on the way, and that one again got away from Candlestick, but bounced right to Janita.
Gesk, actually pretty smart play. That ball bounced back pretty quickly.
Yes, it did.
Gesk would have been
toast.
Meat hit home plate.
Yes.
Candlestick quickly off the mound to cover that wild pitch, cover the plate.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, scoreless game. Runners on second and third for the Mustangs as we work here in the top of the second inning. Now the 3-2 here to Carson D'Amico. Fastball. Carson sends it on the ground to short. Matheson goes to first to get the out, but D'Amico drives in the courtesy runner C.J. Gesk, and the Mustangs strike first and lead 1-0.
And a nice piece of hitting there by D'Amico. Fought off a couple good pitches. Shortstop was playing back and really had no chance. So D'Amico with the sacrifice. And as you said, Gesk scoring easily for the Mustangs.
And if you didn't have the runners advance, that could have very easily been a double play ball.
I would agree.
Now Jake Fletcher at the plate. Fletcher batting just 100 on the season, has just seen limited plate appearances. And a big spot for Jake here, taking the first pitch high and outside for ball one. And Fletcher kind of put into the lineup because of, at least hitting, because of Broadwater pitching here today. And Joe Chambers kind of the odd man out for the Mustangs. 1-0 pitch on the way, again outside to Fletcher. Takes the count to 2-0. The Mustangs making Candlestick throw a lot of pitches here in the second inning.
They sure are. We had him at 16 in the first, 24 so far in the second.
Now the 2-0. Candlestick to Fletcher, and therefore a strike, takes us to 2-1. And you have Zach Coffler down at third. 2 outs here in the inning, 1 run already across for the Mustangs. Mustangs need to have Fletcher swing the bat here. 2-1 on the way, and therefore a strike, evens up the count now at 2-2.
And Candlestick working in and out, or I should say out and in over the last 2 pitches. Outside corner, then went on the inside corner with that pitch for the strike.
Things clouding up here at Fox Chapel. 2-2 pitch. Now to Fletcher, and Fletcher a little nubber on the first base side. Picking it up there is Syke. And they're going to say he was able to get on the edge of the bag to record the out, but that was close to him.
That was extremely close, and Fletcher showing some pretty good speed there.
That'll end the inning. Mustangs do pick up 1 here in the top of the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Laurel Highlands over Montour here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruth Hart, Calabrese, Hoppy, and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill and Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Going on now with CR for Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit chevrolechevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is DMS for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Residence-free restrictions apply. Or supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 7499-8000.
Showing bunt and pulling back, Ryan Gallagher leading off this bottom of the second inning for Montour, and he takes ball 1 here against Carson Broadwater.
Really, Brian, as you said, the middle of this order for Montour, pretty loaded up. The last few batters only hitting 154, 222, 192, and then 280.
Might be a good inning for the Mustangs to get 3 quick outs here. We'll see what happens. Gallagher, junior center fielder. You said a 154 average, has driven in 6 runs on the season. 1-1 pitch, and Gallagher pops this one up in foul territory on the left side. Will go out of play. Take us to 1-2.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get Broadwater through this inning, maybe only throwing about 12, 14 pitches. Try to keep that pitch count down.
And he threw 19 in the bottom of the first. What do you have Candlestick at right now, Tom?
I have him at 43.
1-2, and this ball well hit deep to right field, and this one will drop in between Jake Fletcher and Caden Early. Relay just coming in, and now heading to third is Ryan Gallagher, and Gallagher will slide into third safely with a triple for Montour.
Yeah, and a nice piece of base running right there. He saw where that ball was the whole time and knew he was going to try for 3. Never stopped around in second base. And a good job by the 154 hitter.
Good spot now for Montour to tie the game now with Aiden DeLuca at the plate. DeLuca batting .222 with a homer and 5 RBIs. Right fielder, senior for the Montour Spartans. First pitch now to DeLuca. Breaking ball misses inside for ball 1.
Yeah, and Broadwater now has to get out of a big jam here. That's the first triple of the year for Gallagher.
1-0 on the way. Misses low and outside. It was blocked there by the catcher, Alex McLean.
Now, Gallagher thought about it. He hesitated a little bit there and almost pulled the trigger and went in.
Probably with nobody out in the inning, though.
No, I would never give that a try. Is right. That's the last thing you want to do. Run yourself out of a run.
Count out 2-0. Broadwater to DeLuca. 2-0 pitch on the way. Misses low again. The count out 3-0.
Yeah, it might be time for McLean to go out and just chat with him a little bit. Settle him down. Just tell him, hey, it's one run if that's it. Calm down, throw strikes.
3-0 to Aiden DeLuca, showing bunt. DeLuca pulls back, pitching there for a strike, takes the count to 3-1.
Yeah, just play your game, work your game. Don't worry about the runner. Get a couple outs and get out of here.
Now the 3-1, Broadwater to DeLuca, hit on the ground right up the middle into center field, and that'll drive in Ryan Gallagher. So an RBI single to center for Aiden DeLuca. Runs scored for Ryan Gallagher, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah, and that's the 6th RBI on the year for DeLuca. But an important one right now. Ties this game up at 1.
Joe LaPresta, Mustangs pitching coach now, will come out and talk to Carson Broadwater. Give us an opportunity to remind you that our live video stream today brought to you by Ford of Uniontown and Jimmy John's on Walnut Hill Plaza in South Union Township. I think when this one's done, Tone, I can go for a sub.
I got a feeling you're not stopping somewhere else?
Nope. Going back to Jimmy John's.
Interesting. Okay.
Our video sponsor today.
Okay.
1-1 score here in the bottom of the second inning. Dylan Matheson now at the plate for Montour, batting .192 with 3 RBIs. Shortstop. And nobody out here, Tom.
Yeah, we need a double play, man's best friend.
First pitch a little inside there to Matheson. Count at 1-0. Again, if you're just joining us, the Mustangs not able to use Joe Chambers or Nick Kumar on the mound today. Joe got the start. Nick went over 25 pitches in relief yesterday against North Catholic. Broadwater finds the strike zone here to even up the count at 1-1 to Dylan Matheson.
Well, the thing of it is, you're going to use the staff. Whatever you have to do today won't make any difference.
Again, both of these teams guaranteed at least one more game. Loser would play a state play-in game. Winner would advance the WPIAL title game and automatically qualify for the main draw of the state playoffs. And that one sent foul down the right field line by Matheson.
Down in the baseball graveyard.
Yes. Count now 1-2. Broadwater to Matheson. Broadwater 1 strikeout so far. Sent down Brock Janita to start the game. Now the 1-2 here to Matheson. On the way, pitches low, runner going, throw down to second, head first slide, and ruled safe at second as Aiden DeLuca. It was close.
It was close. But he barely beat that throw. Nice throw by McLean. Actually used the turf to pick up a little speed. But now DeLuca in scoring position with nobody out.
A 1-2 count now on Matheson. Check that 2-2 count on Matheson. After that last pitch was low. McLean framing the outside corner, pitches a breaking ball, chopped to third. Nice little dive there from McKnight. Throw over to first, close play and out at first is Matheson, 5-3. Now advancing down to third after the throw is DeLuca. That was close over at first.
It was close, but that was a nice play by McKnight. 1, to keep that ball in the infield and save a run, and 2, to actually get the runner at first. Nice play by McKnight.
Our first outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Now Anthony Markelin at the plate. Second baseman batting .280 with 4 RBIs. Righty against the righty, Carson Broadwater. Broadwater's first pitch. This one sent down the right field line, foul again. Back into the graveyard.
Back into the baseball graveyard. Go in there. You might have to invent a baseball retriever, Brian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now the 0-1 on the way, especially things grown up a little bit here as we get into late May. Pitch missed, even up the count at 1-1. Surprised both teams were in the white today. I thought Montour might bust out the dark jersey since they wore the whites yesterday. Laurel Highlands probably just looking for their only clean uniform.
That's exactly right.
1-1 pitch a little low, takes us to 2-1.
No time to do laundry.
No. Montour's dugout very vocal right now, cheering on Markland. Count 2-1. Broadwater to Tony Markland. Another one low and outside, hops away there from McLean. Runner going and sliding headfirst into home safely is Aiden DeLuca, and Montour takes the lead at 2-1.
Well, not much you can do there. McLean tried to block it, but it just got away from him. And DeLuca with pretty good speed, able to score easily and give Montour the lead.
Count out 3-1, one out as we work here in the bottom of the second inning. A 3-1 pitch on the way, and this one sent foul on the right side. Takes the count to 3-2.
Interesting. Like I said, you better get a bigger net or get a lot of kids to go out there and start looking.
Now 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Montour 2 already across here in the bottom of the second. They lead it 2-1. And this ball chopped down the third base line will go foul. That's good news for the Mustangs because McKnight, if he would have picked it up in fair territory, no way he would have gotten Markland over at first.
No, Markland, a lot of speed right there. McKnight would have never had a chance. It's a smart play by McKnight to let it roll foul.
Mustangs' only recent history with the Fox Chapel program. They actually played Fox Chapel in a 5A first-round game. That was the game they won with a walk-off hit by pitch by your nephew. Tanny Herminio won that game 6-5 at Hempfield, and this ball hit opposite field right. Moving over to the line is Fletcher, and he makes the grab for the second out of the inning. That was a tough run there from Fletcher.
He covered a lot of ground to get to that ball, Brian. Nice play by Jake out there in right. Pick up the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the top of the order for Montour.
Brock Janita struck out swinging. First time up, the only strikeout that Broadwater has so far in this game. Brock only a sophomore for the Spartans. Base is empty. The 2 across here in the bottom of the second. First pitch from Broadwater to Janita, and therefore a strike. Counted 0-1.
Yeah, Broadwater already up to 22 pitches here this inning, Brian.
Now the 0-1 to Brock Janita. That one low and in the dirt. Nobody on base, so no damage there.
That doesn't hurt. I said Broadwater just needs to take a deep breath and come on back.
Making Carson do some work out on the mound here in the second inning. And 19 pitches in the first inning. Now the 1-1 on the way to Brock Janita, and that one popped foul.
Yep.
Back into the woods again.
Yeah, there's... This will be a finder's delight out here.
Yes. Count now 1-2. Pitch on the way from Broadwater. Breaking ball, just missed low.
That was a good pitch, though, there by Broadwater.
Evens up the count at 2-2.
Janita almost chased as well.
Been a long second inning on both sides.
Sure has.
Now the 2-2 Broadwater to Janita. Fastball missed low and outside. Now we're full of 3-2.
Yeah, you don't want to walk the leadoff batter here. As you said, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Montour, pretty loaded up.
Now a 3-2 pitch on the way. Janita pops this one high in the sky. Nick Kumar, the shortstop, calling for it. He'll make the grab to end the inning, but the Spartans get 2 here in the bottom of the second, and after 2, it's Montour 2 and Laurel Highlands 1 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Filing for bankruptcy is not something that anyone can do. Good people sometimes run into hard times, and they need help. Hi, I'm Dan White with the law offices of Zebley, Mahalav & White, and I'm here to help. If you're faced with insurmountable debt and are out of options, and you need help, give our office a call today. Allow us to help you understand your rights and options under the law. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road, and if you're struggling with debt, it very well could be a new beginning. So stop worrying and take action. Give our office a call today at 724-439-9200 or click on zeblaw.com for more information. Zebley Mahal and White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
Moving now to the top of the third inning, the Mustangs with Braden McKnight, Caden Early, and Ty Sankovic due up. Laurel Highlands scoring 1 run in the top of the second inning. And that was an RBI from Carson D'Amico, who drove in C.J. Gesk, who was the courtesy runner for Alex McLean.
Yeah, the Mustangs looking to get something started here. You got 9-1-2 coming up.
McKnight, though, has hit the ball well for the Mustangs this season. Batting .275. Yeah, this will be his first at-bat of the afternoon.
Now McKnight, the lefty, has been hitting the ball well, too, for the Mustangs.
First pitch to McKnight, fastball in there for a strike, 0-1.
Both pitchers in the 40s now, Brian, with
Cattlesick entered the inning with 43 thrown so far. Broadwater 46.
Correct.
On the Laurel Highlands side, that pitch misses outside of the lefty McKnight to even up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, and again, third baseman creeping in. Think that McKnight's going to drop something here.
1-1 pitch was a little low. McKnight won it chasing, moves the count to 1-2. Yeah, the winner will advance to the WPIAL Championship game at Wild Things Field. Loser will play a PIAA play-in game next week as well. Time, I think McKnight was trying to call time. It was not granted.
No.
And a swing and a miss.
Yeah, he waited a little too long for that. And the umpire didn't recognize it. And he's going to get rung up on strikes. That's going to be the third strikeout for Cattlesick. That's going to bring up the top of the order. And Caden Early, who singled his first time up, was stranded in that first inning.
Comes in with a .388 average. 8 RBIs, junior for the Mustangs.
Actually, I shouldn't say stranded. He was part of the double play that Nick Kumar hit into.
Correct. First pitch to Early. This one chopped to second.
Going to be a tough play.
Markelin throw over to first. Head first slide in safely from Caden Early. So an infield one-out single from Caden Early.
I don't understand the slide, to be honest with you. Actually, his speed, he would have beat that no matter what, but
we saw that from Chambers yesterday, too, try that.
Yeah, and I don't understand it, man. Like I said, you slide on this kind of stuff, you're not going to go anywhere.
No.
You know, so Early now 2 for 2, though.
Now Ty Sankovic at the plate. He had a tough day yesterday as well, Tony. Had 3 straight strikeouts before grounding out 3 unassisted in the 7th inning and struck out here in the first inning against Cattlesick. That's very unusual for Sankovic. He's usually pretty reliable at the plate for the Mustangs. He'll take the first pitch here high and outside for ball 1.
Well, he actually did get on one of those strikeouts, O'Brien, and actually scored a run on a wild pitch. I think it was actually the 4th run of the game yesterday.
Now the 1-0 here to Sankovic. And Ty, well hit ball here, snared by, now and then dropped by Markelin at second. He had it, and I thought he was going to make the move over to first and just kind of lost it out of his glove.
Interesting, though. Another slide into first. I don't get it. But what do you give him here?
E4?
Let's go official score. We got 2 official scores here next to us. Gentlemen, error hit, E4. We got an E4.
Ruled there on Markelin. And out the plate, 2 on with 1 out. Nick Kumar at the plate.
And we figured we'll go to the official scores, the official pitch counters, the ring announcer, scoreboard keeper. We got them all here, so we wanted to make sure we got it whatever they wanted to do.
Semi-final round of the playoffs. There's some top brass here in attendance.
You're sharing a picnic bench with a few guys here, Brian.
That one sent foul by Nick Kumar. Nick grounded into a 4-6-3 double plate in the first inning.
That's what Michael Buffer said, error, so that's what we're going to go with. The ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Now the 0-1 from Candlestick to Kumar. A glance back at second. 0-1 pitch on the way, and Nick won a chase, and he's behind 0-2.
Pretty nice breaking pitch right there. Looked like a circle change, and Nick way out in front of that. He was sitting dead red.
Nick was intentionally walked once yesterday before that solo home run to left field against North Catholic. That home run pretty much the knockout blow in that game, since you're talking boxing, Tony.
Yes, it was. That was definitely the knockout blow last night.
Now Candlestick's 0-2 to Kumar. That one misses low. Nick thought about going after that one. Luckily, he held off, and the count moves to 1-2.
First off, nice waist pitch by Candlestick and a nice block by Janita behind the plate. Both runners would have definitely been able to advance there.
Count now 1-2. Candlestick to Kumar. Nick choking up on the bat a little bit. 1-2 pitch on the way, again low. Good block there from Janita. They're going to check. Kumar definitely did not go around.
No, he did not go around. Doesn't hurt to check, though.
No. Count at 2-2. And one out here in the inning. Mustangs down a run at 2-1 as we work here in the top of the third.
Make that first base umpire give the swim move, and there you go. Doesn't hurt to ask.
And now Nick calls time.
Yeah, and a lot of room on the right side of the infield. Second baseman Markland trying to hold early to second base, and it's giving up a lot of room over there. If Nick can shoot it the other way, he's definitely going to get an RBI single out of it.
Candlesticks 2-2 to Kumar, runner going, and the pitch was ruled strike 3.
That was a strike?
Yep.
Whoa.
And safe down at third was early.
Yikes. Whew, man, I'm not so sure about that, but that pitch looked like it was a little outside there, Brian, but
I was surprised you did not have Stankovic running as well.
Yeah, maybe he just missed a sign.
I'm surprised you wouldn't put them both in motion.
I got a feeling he probably wanted to.
They have Alex McLean at the plate. He singled to right field, and his courtesy runner C.J. Gesk scored the Mustangs' lone run so far in this game.
Well, again, they're giving him a lot of room on the right side.
And he run tie down to second here?
No, not yet.
First pitch to Alex McLean, and therefore a strike 0-1.
That was the pitch to take the other way. Yeah, they're giving him a lot of room over that side. Not real sure why. I mean, well, obviously he's a right-handed batter, and you're going to have the second baseman cover the bag on a steal, but still, you're giving up a lot of space.
0-1 on the way, and therefore strike 2.
And especially with him trying to nibble on the outside corner to most of these right-handed hitters.
And that one just kind of dove into the strike zone at the last minute for Candlestick. Now McLean behind 0-2 with 2 runners on and 2 outs here in the top of the third. Throw over to first, back safely there, Stankovic.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I'd worry about that right now. Syke holding him on.
Now the 0-2 pitch to Alex McLean, and McLean off the inside of the bat goes right to Anthony Markle, the second baseman, on a line drive for the third out of the innings. The Mustangs strand 2 here on the top of the third. Well, to the bottom of the third, 2-1 Montour over Laurel Highlands here on the C.R. Parado Group High School Sports Day.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy Used. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease system GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash free equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Call 724-437-2799.
Brian Rozak, Tony Hanola back here at Fox Chapel High School, moving to the bottom of the third inning. Montour leading Laurel Highlands 2-1. The Spartans will have Nick Walker, Gannon Cattlesick, and Matthew Lechovic coming to the plate.
The meat of the order, as they say, 2, 3, 4. So it's a big inning for Broadwater.
All guys coming up here in the bottom of the third, hitting over 400 so far this season. First pitch a little high and inside there from Broadwater to Walker.
Well, and you got, it's unbelievable. You had Lechovic. He's got 30 RBIs on the inning.
Yes.
That's impressive for high school.
You figure Montour's played so far this year 19 games.
Yeah.
Almost an RBI and a half per game for Lechovic, and you've Walker over an RBI a game, Cattlesick over an RBI a game. 2-0 pitch here, and this ball belted deep to right center field. Caden Early moving over and making the grab. That one was hit about 360 feet.
But I'll tell you what, Early made that play look easy. He does a nice job defensively for the Mustangs.
Covers a lot of ground for Laurel Highlands.
So does Hampy, too, and we miss him on defense. He's a nice outfielder as well for the Mustangs, but Early, nice jump on that ball. I actually thought it was going to get in the gap, but he did a nice job.
Hampy's been out due to some COVID protocols. Again, in Cattlesick at the plate. Takes the first pitch outside for ball one. Cattlesick batting .438 with 3 homers and 21 RBIs. Senior pitcher for the Spartans. Now the 1-0. That one just missed. Count out 2-0.
Must have just been high. I don't think he missed the plate there. Must have just been a little bit high.
Fletcher, though, has done a nice job defensively for Laurel Highlands here in the postseason, coming in place of Hampy.
Oh, no doubt.
2-0 pitch, and therefore a strikeout 2-1 to Cattlesick.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think Hampy's proven himself a little bit more at the plate than Fletcher this season.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Fletcher made a nice catch out there.
He did. He's made a couple of them. Yeah, you go back to both the Beaver and the North Catholic games as well.
Yes, he has.
Now the 2-1. Broadwater to Cattlesick. That one just got away from Carson. Moves the count to 3-1.
Yeah, tried to throw the snapper there, and it spun more than snapped.
And Cattlesick flew out to Early first time up as well. 3-1 pitch. Misses low and outside for ball 4. And that's the first walk that Broadwater's issued in this game.
First walk, yeah, he did hit a batter earlier.
Correct.
Right.
Comes here with 1 out in the bottom of the third inning, and Montour up 2-1.
Actually hit Lechovic his first time up.
That was on the first pitch, I believe.
It was a painless hit by pitch, though. It was all
hit his number.
All thread.
Or hit the Montour school name on the front of the jersey.
Exactly.
First pitch to Matt here. Hard ground ball through on the left side past the outstretched glove of Braden McKnight in the left field. Relay comes in from Carson D'Amico, and now 2 on with 1 out here for Montour. They're up 2-1 as we work here in the bottom of the third.
I actually thought McKnight was going to make another sterling play there. Kind of dove for a little bit, but just out of his reach. So now you got Syke coming up, .314 hitter, no home runs, 20 RBIs, and he flew out to Fletcher earlier.
First pitch here to Syke, low in the dirt, hops away from Alex McLean. Runners advance on the play. Lechovic down to second. Cattlesick into third.
And as we said, it's a lot different on this turf to try to block these pitches than it is in the dirt.
All 3 postseason games the Mustangs have played have been on this artificial infield.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where you don't know which way the ball's going to go. In the dirt, you know where it's going, but here.
1-0 pitch. This one sent foul on the right side, out of play.
We're in the bottom of the third inning. Broadwater trying to get out of a jam here.
Montour over Laurel Highlands. 1-1 pitch. That one almost clipped the Montour on his jersey. Count 2-1.
He didn't miss by much on that pitch, though.
No. Good Syke crowding the plate. 2-1 on the way, and this ball chopped to third, should score a run. Played there by McKnight over to first in time to Coffler, but an RBI for Mason Syke, and it's now 3-1. Montour over Laurel Highlands.
And Syke with his 21st RBI of the year. Puts Montour up by 2.
Laurel Highlands led 1-0, but now 3 straight here for the Spartans. And Ryan Gallagher coming to the plate.
And that walk, costly with 1 out there to walk Cattlesick. So Broadwater trying to get it going here and get out of a tough jam.
Now the 1-0 pitch here to Ryan Gallagher is low and in the dirt again. Hopped away there from McLean, who's able to regain and heading back to third. Lechovic again.
Lechovic, I'll tell you what, McLean might have had a shot at him right there. Kind of hesitated a little bit, but Lechovic thought about giving a break there. McLean couldn't find it, but it was right underneath him. Really wouldn't have had a chance to score.
Count out 2-0 to Gallagher. Of course, that big triple back in the second inning. Another pitch missing there from Broadwater. Count out 3-0.
And we don't see anybody yet for the Mustangs warming up.
We might have McKnight, possibly Sankovic. There's ball 4. And you'd hate to take McLean from catching to pitching. He can pitch for the Mustangs. That's such a key position here in the postseason. Now runners on first and third. I knew it might be tough for the Mustangs in the pitching department here today without their top 2 available, Chambers and Kumar.
Well, like I said, still not out of this game, though.
No, we're within 2. Yep. Aiden DeLuca, the 6th Spartan to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And a big spot here with a score 3-1, and Broadwater needs to throw some strikes.
You've got 2 outs, so he's going to have a play pretty much anywhere.
This is the same juncture of the game against Albert Gallatin where he kind of fell apart, Tone.
Well, just need a ground ball here and an easy play.
3-1 pitch, good pitch there from Carson, finds the strike zone. Evens things up at 1-1.
Yeah, and kind of surprised right now that Gallagher hasn't taken off. I thought he'd run on the first pitch because you know they're not going to throw down.
Runner going here.
That's okay.
And this one's going to hop away. That's going to be double damage for the Mustangs. This scoring from third, Lechovic, and Gallagher gets all the way down to third. He was on first when that delivery started from Broadwater.
Yeah, and just a tough situation. I mean, it was one of those things where I think with Gallagher taking off, might have distracted McLean a little bit. But regardless, another run scores.
He was almost down to second before Broadwater released the pitch.
Well, yeah, and at that point, you just let him go anyway.
2-1, another low pitch. Blocked there by McLean. Count now 3-1.
Yeah, and he's right now kind of fighting himself a little bit. Take your time. 3 balls, 1 strike. Come back, throw 2 strikes, and get out of this inning.
3-1 pitch on the way, and this ball skied into center field. Caden Early now charging and coming up with it for the final out of the inning, but the Spartans able to tack on another pair of runs, and they lead Laurel Highlands 4-1 after 3 here on the Ciabrana Group High School Sports Day.
Hi, I'm Russ Plaho, your local Allstate agent. The number 21 has always had a special meaning to me. When I was young, it meant reaching adulthood. As a lifelong Pirates fan, the number 21 meant one thing, the great Roberto Clemente. 3,000 hits, MVP, World Series hero. But more than that, a great humanitarian who will always be remembered for losing his life in a rescue mission to help those in need. And now, the number 21 represents my 21st anniversary as your local Allstate agent. I would like to think that, like Roberto, I know the importance of community involvement as well as helping neighbors. Over the past 21 years, my staff and I have committed ourselves to learning about our customer needs and personalizing protection for them, from bundling auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverages based on their protection needs. Are you in good hands? Call me, Russ Plaho, at 724-439-9700. or stop by my office on Lebanon Avenue today for a free
This
quote.
is Gary Sisson from Sisson Pre-Owned. If you're looking for a great used car at a great price, give us a call at 724-438-2819 or visit us on the web at SissonPreowned.com. During these trying times, we are doing everything 100% online, from financing to virtual walkarounds and home delivery. Visit us on the web at SissonPreowned.com or give us a call, 724-438-2819.
Back here at Fox Chapel High School, Braden McKnight now loosening up in the Mustang bullpen, but their bats will get a crack at it first here in the top of the fourth, down 4-1. It's Zach Coffler, Braden O'Brien, and Carson D'Amico due up here for the Mustangs. And I would think, Tone, if they go to McKnight, you're going to see Joe Chambers move to second, Sankovic to third. And I wonder if they could somehow, you have the DH was O'Brien, so you probably still would not be able to get Chambers to hit, right?
Correct.
And there's any way to work that.
He would actually be in Broadwater's spot.
Correct. Well,
So,
Broadwater was hit 4.
No, yes. So what I'm saying is, but he would be in his spot in the lineup. So
correct.
Right. So
So it'd either be bat Chambers or bat O'Brien, whatever you want to do in that spot. And Coffler at the plate now fouls off a pitch there to even up the count at 1-1.
Coffler needs to get something started here.
Walked last time up, came into the game with a .280 average, a homer and 12 RBIs.
He'll need to make Cattlesick work here a little bit.
1-1 pitch, and that one again slipping away from Cattlesick. We've seen it happen a couple of times to both Broadwater on the Laurel Highlands side and Cattlesick on the Montour side. And through 3 innings, Broadwater thrown 68 pitches, Cattlesick 58 pitches.
Correct.
2-1 pitch on the way, and this ball from Coffler hit right back up the middle into center field. So for the third time in 4 innings, the Mustangs starting off an inning by getting the leadoff hitter on base.
Well, they've got 4 hits in this game.
Need some timely hits now.
Yes, you do. They've stranded 3 runners in the first 3 innings.
Now Braden O'Brien coming to the plate, Mustang DH here today. Came into the game with a .333 average, 12 RBI. Sophomore struck out swinging first time up.
Syke going to hold Coffler on at first. Kind of surprised at that with the 3-1 lead.
First pitch to O'Brien, while in there for a strike. That was low and outside.
I did too. But our opinions don't matter much.
No. Whether it's coaching or umpiring.
Yep.
That's why we're doing the game.
That's exactly right.
The 0-1 pitch. That one has to be off the plate. It is. 1-1. Runner on first. Nobody out. Top of the fourth. Montour on top of Laurel Highlands. 4-1 in this 4A semifinal round game from Fox Chapel today. 1-1 pitch. And therefore a strike again. Count out 1-2.
Yeah, I don't think Braden's very happy with that one. But you're at the point now where you got to swing the bat, you got to protect. If you think it's close, take a hack.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Here to Braden O'Brien, and this one chopped right back up the middle. Played there by the shortstop, Matheson, whose throw was a little wide, but hanging on the bag and then coming off at second and almost getting picked off the bag there was Zach Coffler. Not sure what he was doing there, Tony.
I'm not sure either because the shortstop was nowhere close to the bag. Just fielded the ball in front of it. I mean, Coffler was right there and almost got picked off.
So O'Brien grounds out 6-3 as Matheson sent it over to Mason Syke for the first down of the inning, and Coffler manages to stay in scoring position, barely. And now Carson D'Amico coming to the plate.
Yeah, I don't know if he thought shortstop touched the bag or not, but he wasn't close. He was probably about 5 feet in front of that bag.
First pitch fouled off here by D'Amico. With Fletcher due up next, Tone, of course you have the re-entry rule here in the high school game where you can have a batter actually bat for Fletcher and he can come back in to play defense, but obviously who was hitting for Fletcher would not be able to come back into the game. Is that something you might do here if you get a couple of guys on and Fletcher just batting 100?
No, I'd give him a shot.
Next pitch off the plate there to D'Amico.
I'd give him
a shot at 1-1.
I'd give him a shot at it.
Just some food for thought.
No, I know.
Fletcher is in the on-deck circle.
No, I would definitely give him a shot. He's a senior.
1-1 pitch, and therefore a strike. 1-2 now to Carson D'Amico. Carson drove in the Mustangs' only run, scoring the courtesy runner for Alex McLean, C.J. Guest back in the second inning. Count 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch, breaking ball misses high and outside to D'Amico. Evens things up at 2-2.
And Coffler, second, not a big lead. But still Montour shading to the middle, trying to keep him close, but he's not going to go anywhere anyway.
Now the 2-2. Here to Carson D'Amico, and D'Amico a little late coming around on that one, fouling it off on the right side.
That was one of those defensive swings,
yes,
just to make sure that you get a piece of it and stay alive with 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And 1 out as we work here at the top of the 4th. 4-1 lead for Montour over Laurel Highlands. Spartan scoring 2 in the bottom of the second, adding another 2 in the bottom of the third. 2-2 pitch now on the way, again sent foul on the right side.
Net's making a lot of catches over there.
Not a great vantage point here for the fans to watch the action here at Fox Chapel. They do have some bleachers set up both down the third base and the first base line.
Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty tough to see down that way.
Yes, the vantage point not the best.
Ours is good. We're not complaining.
No. The 2-2 on the way to Carson D'Amico, and that one's low for ball 3, and we're full of 3-2.
Yeah, good eye right there. Didn't force a swing. Worked the count full. D'Amico trying to pick up his second RBI of the game.
Now the 3-2 pitch to Carson D'Amico. And Carson chops this one. It's a fair ball down the third base line that was booted by Lechovic. Coffler's going to hold up at third. That was a pretty well-hit ball there from D'Amico. I think you have to give him a hit, Tone.
Yeah, it was a tough play. It would have been a tough play for him anyway. Not so sure he would have thrown D'Amico out. That ball took about 4 hops before he even got the glove on it. So I'd give him a hit as well.
Now you have 2 on and 1 out here for Fletcher. He grounded out. 3 unassisted first time up.
Let's see what he can do.
That was a close play over at first. Senior right fielder. Done a nice job defensively here in the postseason for the Mustangs.
He's going to get a single here and drive in a run.
First pitch to Fletcher. This is low and inside for ball 1. And Fletcher just 1 for 10 on the season. Only 11 plate appearances entering this game.
Now, the thing of it is, O'Brien, he played sporadically.
Yes.
Tough to hit when you're not in the game the whole time.
Swing and a miss there. Evens up the count at 1-1. Again, he's been put into the lineup in place of Jace Hampe here in the postseason, with Hampe not being able to play for the Mustangs. You might see Jace back next week for either the WPIAL championship game or that PIAA play-in game. Another swing and a miss there from Fletcher. Count now 1-2.
Do you run D'Amico? To be honest with you, I'd have ran him first pitch.
Yeah.
You're
Fletcher
not
choking up now. Needs some contact. 1-2 pitch to Fletcher. Stays alive, fouling it off.
Yeah, we're not going to second guess a whole lot, but I would have run D'Amico first pitch. You're not going to throw down in that situation, and even if you do, Coffler's going to be able to score. Kind of surprised they didn't give him the steal sign on the very first pitch to Fletcher.
Count remains 1-2. Now Candlestick's pitch. Fletcher swing and a miss, strike 3. Now 2 outs here in the inning. 5 strikeouts now for Candlestick this afternoon. Now Braden McKnight coming to the plate. Braden was one of those strikeout victims last half inning.
Well, we won't give it a full strikeout because he tried to call timeout and wasn't ready and didn't get the timeout.
We've seen that a couple of times for Mustang batters in this game.
Stay in the box.
I think it happened to McKnight last time.
Right. That's why I said we can't give him a full strikeout. 2.5 strikes on that one. He wasn't ready for the pitch.
first pitch to McKnight. Fouls it off. Count 0-1, and on the throwback here, look out.
No, you can't foul ball.
Okay, you're right, after the foul ball.
Dead ball.
Yep.
Dead ball that went into the woods.
Everybody was getting a little excited. Coffler was jumping off, too. Maybe you heard me.
Yeah. Now McKnight in a big spot here. Pick up a run and cut this down to a 2-run lead.
The 0-1, and there for another strike, 0-2. Braden McKnight trying to get his bat going. Came into the game with a .275 average and 6 RBIs. Junior third baseman for the Mustangs. Might see him pitching in the next half inning.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Mustangs do.
0-2 now to Braden McKnight. Low and in the dirt. Good block there from Janita.
Janita, that's a nice play right there. We've seen there's not a lot of room back here, but there's room enough to where a run can score, no doubt.
You got the top of the order and Caden Early due up next.
Right.
He's 2 for 2 today. 1-2 pitch here to McKnight. McKnight pops this one up to shallow left.
Fall.
Vinny Markelin diving, and he
held on. Catch. Wow.
Nice catch there from Markelin out and left. To end the inning, so the Mustangs strand 2 come up empty here in the top of the fourth. Head to the bottom of the fourth, 4-1. Laurel Highlands trailing Montour here on the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Day.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor, outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Going on now, let's see our first Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarborChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMS for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 tax credit equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. What supplies last? Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 7499-8000.
Dylan Matheson, Anthony Markelin, and Brock Janita due up here for Montour in the bottom of the fourth inning. Hitters 8, 9, and 1. Carson Broadwater still on the mound here for Laurel Highlands.
Well, as we said in between innings, Brian, I would ride him a little bit more. If he gets into a little trouble, you know McKnight's ready to go.
Carson finds the strike zone here on the first pitch. That was the 69th pitch of the game.
Yeah, if he can give you another inning, I would definitely ride him.
0-1 swing and a miss. Now 2 strikes on Dylan Matheson to ground it out 5-3. First time up in the second inning.
Right. Marklin on deck.
Now the 0-2 to Matheson. Check swing. They're going to rule this.
They're going to say did not swing.
They throw down to first.
No. Okay.
They are going to call it out.
Okay.
Wow. That was an odd call there.
That was an odd call. I mean, he didn't call it a strike at first, but he was just calling him safe. But he's trying to come back in. Coach wants to know. I did too. I'm with the coach.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird call, but he is out. That's going to be the second strikeout for Broadwater. Struck out the leadoff batter, Janita.
Now Tony Markelin at the plate.
He comes in hitting 280.
Took the first pitch outside for ball 1. Now the 1-0, and therefore a strike to even up the count at 1-1.
I'll tell you one thing, he should have went in and gave his brother a kiss on the cheek for making that catch at the end of that inning. I can tell you that.
Good job from Vinny out there in left field.
He might not like him, but he likes him today.
Now the 1-1 misses low and outside.
Because that was a catch right there that would have changed this game. Coffler would have scored easily. And you know you had a runner at third. That was a big play by his brother.
2-1 on the way, misses outside. Takes us to 3-1.
You can fight after the season's over. Give him a kiss today.
Now 3-1 on the way, and this one sent foul behind us. Got now full of 3-2.
And Broadwater having a good inning here, Brian. Like I said, if you can get him through one, maybe even two more, you know what? I mean, it's not like you're trying to save any pitching, obviously, but if he's able to get a couple outs here and not give up any runs, ride him.
3-2 now on the way, and that's going to be low for ball 4, another close one.
Yeesh. Yeah, that pitch was real close. But that's going to be the third walk by Broadwater to go along with a hit by pitch as well. And they're going to have a pitching change, Brian.
So the Mustangs to take Broadwater out of the game. It looks like Braden McKnight's going to come on. And we'll take a quick timeout here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day. 4-1 your score. Montour over Laurel Highlands as we work here in the bottom of the 4th.
Spring forward to home construction season. First Federal of Greene County's variety of construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project. First Federal gives you all the tools you need with construction loans, owner-builder loans, FHA Title I improvement loans, and home equity loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer wishes the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs this season and in the playoffs. During these uncertain times, a lot of hard work goes into a successful season, and that includes the cooperation of players, coaches, and their families. South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer commends all of those whose hard work has gone into making this a successful season. Like our local team, Robert Schiffbauer is working hard to make life better for the residents of South Union Township. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer.
Welcome back to Fox Chapel High School. We're here for the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitching change for the Mustangs. Braden McKnight on to pitch for Carson Broadwater. And a couple of defensive changes for the Mustangs as well, as expected. Ty Sankovic now playing third base. And the Mustangs with Joe Chambers now into the game playing second.
And as we said, we think that pretty sure that Chambers is going to go into Broadwater spot, so O'Brien would still be DHing for Chambers.
And for the season, looking at some numbers here on McKnight, has not factored in any decisions. This will be his 5th appearance, 1.40 ERA. He does have one save. He's worked 10 innings, given up 9 hits, 6 runs, only 2 of them earned. Struck out 11 and walked 5 so far this season.
Now coming in here in a situation where get out of this inning and hopefully the Mustangs can come in and bat and tie it up. Still 3 more at-bats for the Mustangs, so not out of this game yet.
McKnight from the stretch, pitching there for a strike, throw down to second, runner going, and the ball actually hits Anthony Markelin on the throw. Markelin ruled safe at second.
Yeah, and really, Janeda just got in his way showing that bunt. Made it a little difficult for McLean to make the throw. So now with another runner in scoring position and 1 out.
1-0 pitch on the way, and this ball grounded to third, scooped up there by Sankovic, throw over to first in time to Coffler, and the out recorded 5-3, and now Markelin able to get down to third.
That was a play I'm not so sure that I would have done. Coffler trying to make that throw across his diamond. Could have easily got away. Shortstop Kumar was over there, Sankovic, but still, you don't want to take that chance and let him score an easy run.
That'll bring up Nick Walker. Now 2 outs as we work here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Montour up 4-1. That one got away from Braden McKnight.
That was just a curveball that just a little bit outside. Walker 1 for 2 today. He singled his first time up and flew out to Caden Early, who made a nice running catch in center field his last at bat.
Now the 1-0 pitch on the way, and therefore a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1 now to Nick Walker.
Walker looking like he was a little mad at himself for not trying to pull the trigger on that pitch.
Now the 1-1 on the way, and Walker, well-hit ball here deep to center field, backing up Caden Early, and he'll make the grab for the third out of the inning, but another well-hit ball from Nick Walker. So the Spartans strand 1 after 4. It's Montour 4, Laurel Highlands 1 here on the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Day.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Going on now, let's see your first Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit cheharborchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is GMS for well-qualified individuals, 24 months and 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease royalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, royalties, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. For supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Prime Rose-Actona Hinola back here at Fox Chapel High School now in the top of the 5th inning. Laurel Highlands with Caden Early, Ty Sankovic, and Nick Kumar due up here for the Mustangs. Starting their third trip through the order, and Early is going to lead off. Tone is 2 for 2 today.
Well, and this is the time to strike, Brian. You get the top of the order up. Got some speed on the bases if Early can get on, or Sankovic. The power of Nick Kumar, we could have a tie game here with one swing of the bat.
As you said, Early 2 for 2. Came into the game at .388 average and 8 RBIs. Junior center fielder for the Mustangs. Mustangs some work to do here in the late innings, Tone, down 4-1.
Candlestick up to 83 pitches, Brian, so he's got to be efficient this inning.
I think we'll see Montour have to go into their bullpen at some point during the course of this one. And he can pitch 105 in the postseason, unlike the 100 during the course of the regular season as Early fouls off the first pitch count at 0-1.
And Early again looking to lead off an inning, get on base.
Now the 0-1 here to Caden Early, in for a strike. Takes us to 0-2.
And he nods in approval. Not arguing about that call. It was right down the middle of the plate.
Long look in now from Candlestick. 0-2 to Caden Early. This ball chopped here on the right side. Charging from first there is Syke. And he made the tag to retire Early.
So Early's going to get on 3 unassisted.
That'll bring up Ty Sankovic. Sankovic got on via an error last time up. Struck out looking back in the first inning.
Yeah, looking to get something started here.
Lefty versus lefty matchup.
It's kind of interesting. Candlestick takes a lot of time on the mound.
First pitch to Sankovic inside for ball 1.
What's interesting, though, is there's nobody on base. It seems like they're throwing down about 3 or 4 signals. There's nobody out in the out in center field for LH.
Probably why this game's taking a little while to move along.
Yeah.
1-0 pitch on by Sankovic. Right back at him, deflected, goes over to Matheson, and short throw over to first for the out. Ended up being routine.
Yeah, ended up being routine, but I can tell you this much. If he wouldn't have got a glove on that, that's a base hit for Sankovic.
Correct.
He saved his own life and then actually got an out of the deal.
Now 2 up, 2 down, and Nick Kumar coming to the plate. Nick 0 for 2 today, grounded into a 4-6-3 double play back in the first inning. Struck out looking in the third inning.
Struck out looking on a pitch that looked to be a bit outside.
Candlestick's first pitch here to Nick Kumar. Outside for ball 1.
That was the strike pitch on the last one. Now Nick headed to Marietta, as we said last night, an excellent baseball school, and going to wish him the best.
1-0 pitch inside, now 2-0.
Not that this game's over. That's not what I'm saying, but we're going to wish him the best of luck anyway out there. Got his dad here doing the pitch count for us, putting his Laurel Highlands education to use.
Larry's done a nice job helping us out with the score hub all season long as well. I have to thank him for all of his help this year. Nick, one hopper. Matheson snags it over to first to Syke, and Nick retired 6-3. So 1-2-3, top half of the fifth. Move to the bottom of the fifth, 4-1. Montour over Laurel Highlands here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruthart, Calabrese, Hoppy, and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
Casey Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home-cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group. 724-437-9812 or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Moving out of the bottom of the fifth inning, Montour coming to the plate up 4-1. They'll have hitters 3, 4, and 5 up. Kattlesek, Lechovic, and Syke. And all three have had productive at-bats so far in this one. Kattlesek is leading things off. Walked and scored a run zone last time up.
Exactly. As we said, if McKnight can get through this inning unscathed, keep the Mustangs in this game, 3 runs are not insurmountable.
And he can get Kattlesek out of the game on the other side and get to some of the other Spartan pitchers in this game. Might allow another window of opportunity for Laurel Highlands as McKnight misses on the first pitch here to Kattlesek.
He's got 91 pitches by our count. And the official count. No, he got him in 90, okay.
1-0 pitch in for a strike. Evens things up now at 1-1.
And as we said, the Radford recruit. Good school. I actually think one of Coach Landman's sons went down there to play ball.
Did he?
I think. Could be
1-1
wrong.
on the way. This one chop foul on the right side.
Could be wrong, but we'll have to confirm that. I'm sure somebody will come in and let us know.
And now 1-2. McKnight to Kattlesek. And Braden's 1-2 pitch. Hit him. Hate to do that on a 1-2.
Exactly. Tried to work that inside corner on him. And Kattlesek's a big boy. He took that one without even flinching. That's the second hit batter of the game.
Mookie tells us David Landman, excuse me.
Went to Radford, right?
Correct.
See, I thought so.
And this ball hit high in the air, going to Caden early in center field, and Caden now charging back up, and he'll make the grab for the first out of this bottom of the fifth inning.
Early's done a nice job out there defensively for the Mustangs today. There's Syke. Syke 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to Fletcher and right.
Did pick up an RBI, though, last time.
Yes, he did. On a ground out to third baseman McKnight at the time.
First pitch here to Syke. Breaking ball in for a strike. Working here in the bottom of the fifth. 4-1. And the score right now, Montour over Laurel Highlands.
Well, the Mustangs are giving the number 1 seed Montour all they can handle right now, though.
Now the 0-1 runner going, and that one hops away and actually bounced all the way over the fence.
I'm not sure what that hit. McLean looks like where did he take that off of?
Home plate, maybe?
Well, I know. It looked like maybe he took it off the arm. Coach LaPresta coming out to check it out. I mean, he didn't even make a move for it afterwards. So it looks like he got dinged up. But on the wild pitch, that'll put Cattlesick at second.
And that ball well hit. Look out here. Mason Syke deep to left field over the head of Carson D'Amico. D'Amico back to the wall. That will score the courtesy runner for Cattlesick. And that was Maddox Tarquino. It makes it 5-1.
Well,
ends up being an RBI double for Mason Syke. And the lead now increased to 5-1.
And Syke just stayed back on that pitch and gave it a ride. Wind's blowing in a little bit out there, Brian, so he couldn't carry it out of here.
Now Ryan Gallagher at the plate. First pitch to Gallagher misses high and outside for ball 1.
And Gallagher's got a triple to his credit. Home plate umpire telling the Montour bench to settle down a little bit.
Now the 1-0 pitch, high and outside.
And nobody warming up for the Mustangs. You wonder who they would go to after this, really. Maybe
might
McLean.
Be McLean, yes. Sankovic might be another option as well.
True.
Now the 2-0 on the way. This ball popped up here on the left side. And it'll be Nick Kumar making the grab for the second out of the inning.
Nice play by Nick right there. He covered a lot of ground too. And a nice catch. He is limping a little bit out there. Looks like his right leg, right hamstring maybe? I don't know.
You're not sure what happened there.
Yeah, trying to sell himself. I think he got hurt whenever he tried to run out that ground ball the last at bat.
Now at the plate, Aiden DeLuca. He'll take the first pitch for strike 1.
Yeah, seems to be limping and wincing and gimping a little bit out there. Still made a nice play though on the last ball hit.
Now the 0-1, a little high and inside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Again, we're in the bottom of the 5th inning, 5-1 now. Montour over Laurel Highlands. I think our score hub lost the connection with our camera, so we'll have to take that off next half inning. 1-1 on the way. This is low and outside. I think what happened so in our hotspot here, since it's the only point of internet, had an update and it reset everything and it knocked the score hub out. So of course that would happen during our game broadcast today.
That's kind of how it started out, isn't it?
Yes. 2-1 on the way. Runner going again. Swing and a miss. Throw down to third.
Wow.
It was a little wide, and Sankovic kept it out of left field.
Nice save there by Sank. He saved the run right there. McLean tried to make, that was a tough throw anyway because you got the right-handed batter. Ball was kind of in the dirt. He tried to shoot out on the backside of the batter. And good save by Sankovic there to save a run.
Count out 2-2. And a pitch high and inside.
So Syke at third. Another runner in scoring position.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a 5-1 lead for Montour, looking for more. DeLuca at the plate. Runner on third, 3-2 pitch. DeLuca hits it high in the air to shallow left center field, and this one will not be caught. D'Amico unable to come up with it. So it's an RBI single for Aiden DeLuca.
And his second RBI of the game.
Scoring on the play, there is Mason Syke. So Syke and Cattlesick's courtesy runner scoring here in the 5th. Now it's 6-1. Again, Montour 2 in the third, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Now 2 here in the 5th. To lead 6-1.
DeLuca came in hitting .222 with 5 RBIs. Got 2 today.
Dylan Matheson at the plate. Looks like it's Matheson's birthday today.
I've got news for you. They might be singing happy birthday to DeLuca for getting that little drop hit.
It could be.
It might be a birthday.
I think it might. You're right. I think it might be DeLuca's birthday and not Matheson's. Nonetheless,
giving him a birthday present on that hit.
Well, they're both pretty happy right now, leading 6-1.
Yep.
They're over to first, with their head first slide back safely there from DeLuca. So again, no matter the result, both of these teams, their season's not done yet. They'll play next week. 1-1 pitch in for a strike. Again, both the WPIAL championship games and the PIAA play-in games will be played June 1st and 2nd. If trends follow suit from previous years, of course, the championship game scheduled for Wild Things Field. Most of the consolation games played at W&J's Field, where the Mustangs won their first-round playoff game over Beaver. We'll have the Mustangs game for you here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
It'll just have to be determined. I don't know if it's officially the first or the second, or if they're just counting on a rain day there.
No, I think they're going to be on both the first and the second. You're going to have 3 title games on the first. Remember, you have 6 classifications.
True.
And 3 on the second. I think last time we were down there actually did 2 back-to-back games with California and Laurel Highlands played in WPIAL title games.
Yes, we did.
We had 2 games back-to-back down there. Laurel Highlands falling to Shaler. California won the WPIAL title back in 2019. Now the 2-2 on the way. Misses low. 3-2 now to Dylan Matheson, with Montour leading Laurel Highlands 6-1.
One thing different about what we've seen so far, Brian, with these artificial turf infields is they have grass here at Fox Chapel, which has been a big difference. We saw some pitchers struggle trying to get their footing and everything on the artificial mound.
That's a walk issued to Matheson. And now Anthony Markelin will be the 7th Spartan to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 on, 2 outs. This game really slipping away for the Mustangs as they trail by 5 at 6-1.
Yeah, getting out here and hopefully put something together here in the next 2 innings.
Time called as Matheson needs to tie his shoe. Over at first. I think for both of these teams, they don't have to worry about playing any games over the Memorial Day holiday weekend.
Right.
They can get prepared for whether it's a PIAA play-in game or their WPIAL championship games, like how the WPIAL does that, because many folks with Memorial Day weekend plans. First pitch to Markelin, bounces low and outside, blocked there by Alex McLean. We're talking to Alex Lyons yesterday from the Triple Live High School Sports Network. He says he's going down to the World 600 in Charlotte.
Yeah. Means COVID's over, right?
Yes. Everybody's looking forward to travel. The summer officially getting underway this weekend. 1-0 pitch on the way. Misses low, now 2-0. Anthony Markelin.
Well, if Montour should hold on, it's going to be the 3rd game against somebody.
Correct.
This year for him.
Blackhawk or Newcastle.
Exactly.
3 of the 4 semifinalists from the same conference. Pitch in for a strike, now 2-1. Anthony Markelin.
They actually swept Newcastle regular season and split with Blackhawk.
I was actually just going to look to see who their other conference loss came against. I guess maybe Quaker Valley?
No, they beat Quaker Valley twice early on.
And that ball hit high in the air to left field. Now backing up, Carson D'Amico will get under it and make the catch for the final out of the inning. But the Spartans add 2 more on here in the bottom of the 5th after 5, 6-1 Spartans over the Mustangs here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Going on now, let's see our first Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit seaharborchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMS for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Residence-free restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Brian Rozak, Tony Hinola back here at Fox Chapel High School now, moving to the top of the 6th inning. Mustangs down to their final 6 outs in this game. They'll have Alex McLean, Zach Coffler, and Braden O'Brien due up. The Mustangs trail by 5 at 6-1, and we knew pitching tone was going to be an area of concern coming into this game without Laurel Highlands having their top 2 pitchers available for this one. And Montour has been able to score 6 runs in this game, having 3 2-run innings.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, Brian. You know, you had to play for yesterday and can't second guess it. And be honest with you, Mustangs have done pretty well. I was kind of worried about it coming in. Thought maybe the Mustangs might really struggle, but they've hung in pretty well.
The kids have really given it all they got.
Yes, they
Mustangs
have.
still in it, down 6-1. And they'll need a big 6th and 7th inning here. Get back into the game. They have hitters 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the top of the 6th. First pitch swinging there, hard ground ball to short. And played there from Matheson over to Sykes, 6-3 to retire McLean for the first out of the inning. And that's 3 straight 6-3 outs. Sankovic and Kumar retired 6-3 in the 5th, and now McLean retired 6-3 here to start the top half of the 6th.
Yeah, and he's playing a nice shortstop, no doubt. Matheson, the junior.
Now Zach Coffler at the plate. Zach's been on base in both plate appearances in this game. Walked in the 2nd inning, single to center field in the 4th. First pitch to Coffler here. Fastball low and in the dirt for ball 1. Gonna have to thank our video stream sponsors for this one today. Ford of Uniontown and Jimmy John's in Walnut Hill Plaza in Uniontown. Appreciate their support all year long. And everybody, Tony, that hopped on for our video package this year, and all of our sponsors on the radio side as well. And that ball from Coffler again grounded. Going to be 4 straight 6-3. Yes, it is. Matheson to Syke again. We plan on next year, Tone, doing the same thing. Video streaming. Over 90% of our broadcasts here on WMBS. We'll have the video stream for you come up next week as well.
It's just good for everybody. I mean, even the visiting teams, we've had a lot of comments. Well, you've had a lot of comments from the visiting teams as well. Actually, one of the Montour coaches today said, "Hey, your name's Tony." I said, "What?" He goes, "I recognize your voice from the broadcast." It's like, oh my God, what? You got to get something else to do besides listening to me and you.
We've had a lot of regular. Well, they're scouting though. I'm sure they're probably watching.
I was going to say, yeah, they're not. Oh, I know. I'm just kidding.
See what's going on. That's maybe the one disadvantage for a lot of these Laurel Highlands programs. They probably get scouted more than most teams around the area.
Oh yeah.
2 outs here in the inning.
I had somebody ask me the other day. They said, "Are you guys on camera whenever you're doing?" I said, "No."
We could be though.
I get you could be. I tell everybody I got a voice for TV and a face for radio.
Gary and I did a couple of stand-ups earlier in the year. We had Joe Chambers on after his perfect game.
I'm not getting on TV. Forget that.
1-0 pitch.
You'll lose audience members then.
Sure, folks want to see what the mayor looks like.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
2-0 now to Braden O'Brien. Again in Cattlesick. Trying to work through 6 innings of work here for Montour. And for another strike to O'Brien, who's 0 for 2 today. Hope to get the Mustangs head coach Scott DeBerry back for next week as well, Tone.
Oh, definitely. Hopefully he can come back to see, especially with these seniors, having 7 of them on the roster. We hope Scotty's feeling better and hope he's doing well and hope he can bounce back here.
If the Mustangs fall into that PIAA play-in game, they'll play the loser of that Newcastle Blackhawk game next week. And the winner of that game would actually take on the champs from District 10, which is the Erie region, in the first round of the state playoffs. Oof. That pitch in for a strike to even up the count at 2-2. You can almost guess that game will probably the farthest south it would be, Tone, would be Slippery Rock.
Well,
would be my guess. Actually done. Brownsville played up at Slippery Rock. Nice complex up there a couple of years ago.
I remember when you went up.
Hopefully it's not in downtown Erie. 3-2 pitch on the way, and that one from O'Brien. Chop right back to the pitcher. Cattlesick will underhand over to first to Syke. And it's a 1-2-3, top half of the 6th inning. So the Mustangs will be down to their final 3 outs. Montour getting a crack at it, though, first in the bottom of the 6th. 6-1 Montour of Laurel Highlands here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Day.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
Bring forward the home construction season. First Federal of Greene County's variety of construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project. First Federal gives you all the tools you need with construction loans, owner-builder loans, FHA Title I improvement loans, and home equity loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 45872.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
Back here at Fox Chapel High School, Braden McKnight still on the mound for the Mustangs. Montour will have the top of the order due up here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Brock Janita, Nick Walker, and Gannon Cattlesick. Montour starting their 4th trip through the lineup. Janita 0 for 3 today, struck out in the 1st inning. Flew out to the shortstop Nick Kumar in the 2nd, then grounded out 5-3 in the 4th inning.
Now he's only a sophomore. Does a nice job behind the plate defensively for this Montour team. And he'll be back for 2 years.
Janita now stepping into the batter's box as McKnight works from the stretch. First pitch here to Janita on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Of course, the Mustangs next week, Tone, will be able to go back to their normal rotation on both Joe Chambers and Nick Kumar available. 0-1 pitch, a little high, evens up the count at 1-1 now to Janita.
Actually, overall, Brian, today the pitching has not been bad. They just haven't been able to put anything together offensively. I mean, you're looking at, 6 hits for the Mustangs. I'm sorry, 5 hits.
This ball grounded to third. Sankovic there, long throw over to first. Was a high. Coffler brought it down, but not in time. Infield single for Brock Janita to lead off the bottom half of the 6th.
Yeah, there's not much Sankovic could do right there. Tough play, especially along the line like that, and a long throw.
How many pitches do we have Cattlesick at right now?
I am at 100 even.
Okay. He can pitch 5 more.
Mm-hmm.
Finish facing whoever.
The ring announcer's agreeing with me, so we're okay. He's got the official count. Michael Buffer's got 100 too, so.
You think you even bring him out, though, for the 7th?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, at this point, you got a 5-run lead. Here's the thing. Syke only threw 11 pitches yesterday. I'd bring him in. I got a feeling you'll see him stop in the top of the 7th.
Nick Walker at the plate. First pitch to Walker outside for ball 1. Walker 1 for 3 today. Singled back in the 1st inning. Pair of flyouts to Caden Early in center field in both the 3rd and 4th innings.
Walker also a sophomore. This Montour team has 6 seniors on the team. The Mustangs 7.
A lot of good young players coming back, though, on both sides.
Yes, sir. We saw that last night, too, even with that North Catholic team. They got a lot of nice young players. They're going to be a nice team next year as well.
A lot of the seniors on the Mustang team aren't a part of the regular 9 or 10 to seat time. That one hopping away from Alex McLean, and down to second goes actually the courtesy runner for Janita. That's Jacob Robinson. So Robinson in a second. And a warm afternoon here at Fox Chapel High School. Getting the final set for the WPIAL Championship games next week. And Walker off the inside of the bat goes to Nick Kumar at shorts for the first out of the inning. All 6 classifications playing semifinal round games on this Tuesday.
Yeah, there was only one classification, last Wednesday when we talked about this, that didn't play.
And they've moved around, especially yesterday when you had some of the rain in the area.
Right.
Moving around a lot of the playoff games. In fact, only 2 classifications, single A and 4A, ended up playing quarterfinal round games yesterday. A lot of the semifinal round games that were scheduled yesterday got bumped to today. 6A, Butler and North Allegheny underway at Shaler. Hempfield and Norwin under the lights at Greater Latrobe tonight. So 2 Westmoreland County schools there playing in Westmoreland County tonight. At Greater Latrobe, we were at last night. Count 1-1 now to Gannon Cattlesick, with Robinson, the courtesy runner, on second. 5A semis, Peters Township and Franklin Regional got underway at Greater Latrobe at 4. West Allegheny and Bethel Park playing right now at Shaler at 4:30. Of course, the other 4A semifinal round game, Blackhawk and Newcastle under the lights at Neshannock. Mustangs and Montour playing here at Fox Chapel. And 3A, McGuffey playing Hopewell. That was a 5 o'clock start at West Mifflin. South Park and Avonworth played earlier at Plum. 2-1 pitch here. Misses low, now 3-1 to Cattlesick. 2A, Carmichael's playing Shenango. That was the 4 o'clock game at Norwin. Sarah Catholic and Seton LaSalle played earlier at West Mifflin. Boy, that Seton LaSalle team is strong tone. I saw them on Friday against California. Game only took 3 innings. 15-0 win for Seton LaSalle there. And then single A games today. Jefferson Morgan from Greene County playing Riverview at Plum, and Union and Eden Christian, the 4 o'clock game at Neshannock.
Well, you got to see a little bit of that Riverview team last night prior to our game.
That was an upset 7-2
right
in single A. 3-2 pitch here, hit on the ground to second, and Joe Chambers lets that one get away. So E4 and Cattlesick aboard.
Yeah, Paul kind of took a funny hop on Chambers.
Now 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the 6th, 6-1. Montour leading Laurel Highlands.
You're at the point now where I'm sure they're just going to ride McKnight through the rest of this game. Hope the Bats can do something in the top of the 7th.
Mustangs will have D'Amico, Fletcher, and McKnight due up in the 7th inning. Runner going. Pitch was in for a strike, and no throw there from McLean.
Yeah. And that's another sign, too, that Cattlesick will not start this next inning because they didn't courtesy run for him either. So we'll see. Probably Syke, I'm guessing. Somebody's warming up. Looks like a lefty.
Lachovic at the plate. Pitch high and inside.
Yeah, not real sure. We'll try to get a number as they come off the field here, Brian. But we can finish out the numbers on Cattlesick for sure.
Well, next pitch here to Lachovic, fouled off. It's a 1-1 count, isn't it, Tone?
You know what?
A 1-2 count.
Yeah, we'll give you some final numbers.
Runners on second and third. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball popped up in foul territory. And getting under it and making the grab is Alex McLean, the catcher, for the 2nd out of the inning.
Nice job by McLean there. Shoot out of that box. That's a tough play. He made it look easy.
Now Mason Syke at the plate. Had an RBI double and stole a base last time up. Also picked up an RBI in the 3rd inning as well on a ground ball. Now has driven in 22 runs on the season for the Spartans. Swings and fouls back the first pitch. Counted 0-1. McKnight to Syke.
As we said, Syke, 20 RBIs, picked up his 21st there earlier in the game.
Now the 0-1 on the way. Pitch misses low. You have the count at 1-1. I'll let you know about the Mustangs' next matchup. Posted up on the WMBS Facebook page, also on the air when we find out. Probably tomorrow with all 6 classifications playing semifinal round games today. You think the WPIAL would have the information for both the PIAA play-in games and the championship games posted by tomorrow. And that ball well hit deep to center field. Caden Early on his horse backing up, and that ball rolled all the way back to the wall. As coming around to score, the courtesy runner Robinson along with Cattlesick to make it 8-1. So a 2 RBI double for Mason Syke, and Mason Syke now, Tone, has driven in 4 runs in this game.
Yeah, he's having a nice game, no doubt. And he's only a junior as well, Brian.
Now Ryan Gallagher at the plate. Mustangs now down 7 at 8-1. Biggest deficit we've seen for Laurel Highlands in quite some time.
Yeah, they really were in pretty much every game. I mean, they've had a few blowouts, or they've blown out a few teams, but overall,
you haven't seen them on this side of 8-1 decisions too often.
No.
0-1 on the way. This one popped up. And coming in from third, Sankovic will make the grab to end the inning, but that's the 4th 2-run inning of the game for Montour. Spartans lead at 8-1 over the Mustangs after 6 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Day.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the 2nd leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruthart Calabrese Hoppy and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
New pitcher for the Montour Spartans, John Tokarczyk, coming on in relief of Gannon Cattlesick. Tokarczyk for the season, Tony. This will be his 7th appearance, has a 1-1 record, 2.33 ERA. He's worked 15 innings, given up 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned, struck out 7 and walked 12 so far this season.
Well, and we'll give you the final numbers here on Cattlesick. He pitched 6 innings, giving up 1 run, 1 earned run on 5 hits, had 5 strikeouts in the game and no walks. So impressive, especially on the control end for Cattlesick.
Mustangs have been retired in order in back-to-back innings. In fact, on 6 ground ball outs the last 2 innings, and Carson D'Amico takes ball 1 here from Tokarczyk.
Now the last Mustangs hit was Carson D'Amico in that 4th inning.
Correct. And tough to come by, 1-0, grounded here to third. Lucevic over to first in time to Syke, and D'Amico retired 5-3 for the first out of this top half of the 7th.
Yeah, nice play there by Lucevic down at third.
Pinch hitter now for the Mustangs.
Frank Kula coming in and getting some action.
This will be his first varsity at-bat of the season.
Yep.
I think he homered in a JV game, though, earlier this year.
Yeah.
So Kula getting an opportunity to bat here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, going to give him a shot. Get his first varsity experience.
Sophomore. batting here from the left side. The Mustangs down 8-1.
Yeah, and he'll be one of those sophomores next year. He'll be on the varsity team.
Yes. Probably seeing some time. Line drive right at the shortstop, Dylan Matheson.
He must have had a date because he swung at the first pitch in his varsity experience there. So,
well hit. Just right at the wrong place, right at Matheson.
Wow. He didn't wait long there.
Now Braden McKnight at the plate. Oh, disappointments though on the Mustang side again. They really weren't expected to be here, Tim, with the number of seniors they lost from the empty 2020 season. Great to be here in the semifinals. They know they got another game this year as well, playing next week. The PIAA play-in game. Ground ball here. This should do it. Over to second. Markelin to Syke, and the Montour Spartans will advance to the WPIAL title game. An 8-1 win over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs here at Fox Chapel High School. The Spartans celebrate. And we're back to tell you all about it right after this here on WMBS and the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Filing for bankruptcy is not something that anyone can do. Good people sometimes run into hard times, and they need help. Hi, I'm Dan White with the law offices of Zebley, Mahalob & White, and I'm here to help. If you're faced with insurmountable debt and are out of options, and you need help, give our office a call today. Allow us to help you understand your rights and options under the law. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road, and if you're struggling with debt, it very well could be a new beginning. So stop worrying and take action. Give our office a call today at 724-439-9200 or click on zeblaw.com for more information. Zebley, Mahalob & White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Go to Port of Uniontown and trade me in. Is your car trying to tell you something? With summer right around the corner and trading values so high and new inventory so low, why not trade it in for a certified pre-owned at Ford of Uniontown? And for your peace of mind, all of our gold certified go through a 172-point checkover. They come standard with a 7-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty. And all of our blue certified come with a 139-point checkover and a 3-month or 4,000-mile powertrain warranty. With over 70 pre-owned units ready to go and financing as low as $299 for 60 months, why not listen to your car and take advantage of a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs? That's Ford of Uniontown, top of the hill across from Applebee's. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com. Must qualify with Ford Motor Credit.
We're back here at Fox Chapel High School, 8-1 your final score. The Montour Spartans defeating the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Here's Tony with your game recap.
All right, for the victorious Montour Spartans, they scored 8 runs on 8 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they left 7 men on base. For the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, 1 run on 5 hits. They committed 1 error, and they left 5 men on base. The only RBI for the Mustangs, Carson D'Amico, on a sacrifice ground ball in that second inning. For the Montour Spartans, you had Mason Syke with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. Aiden DeLuca with 2 hits and 2 RBIs. A hit by Janeda, a hit by Walker, another one by Lukovic, and another one by a triple by Ryan Gallagher. So congratulations to the Montour Spartans as they carry on. And as we said, they're going to play somebody that they're familiar with, either Blackhawk or Newcastle. And we'll wish them the best of luck. And for the Mustangs, as you said earlier, Brian, and I have to be honest with you, I did not think that this Mustang team would get this far.
I think we both said that.
You know, we talked about it a little bit earlier, and like I said, they proved to be extremely resilient, and they had a fantastic year. and we want to congratulate them, and hopefully they can pick up a couple more wins here before the season ends.
We're back with the final word for Fox Chapel right after this. Montour 8, Laurel Highlands 1 here on WMBS and the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
I'm attorney Trip Radcliffe, and we at Radcliffe Law have been helping people that were injured in accidents for over 35 years. When you're involved in an accident, it can be scary. Radcliffe Law will meet with you for free, and our experienced team will provide you with valuable information needed to pursue your claims successfully. If you or someone you know are injured in an accident, call Radcliffe Law. 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Going on now, let's see our first Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarborChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMS for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residence-free restrictions apply. Or supplies last. Sale ends June 1st, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Back wrapping things up one final time for Fox Chapel High School. Montour 8, Laurel Highlands 1. Montour will play either Blackhawk or Newcastle in the title game. The Mustangs will play the loser of that semifinal round game in a PIAA play-in game either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And for both of these teams, Tone, anytime you're playing high school baseball in the month of June, you know you've had a good season.
Exactly right, Brian. As we know, the high school baseball season is extremely short, and like I said, it's been a great season for both of these teams, and congratulations to Montour. And as we said, congratulations to the Mustangs. They had a great season, and a lot of seniors are going to walk off of this field a little disappointed today, but they should not be for what kind of year they had.
Enjoyed working with you again this afternoon. Hopefully I can see either you or Gary next week on Tuesday or Wednesday for the Mustangs PIAA play-in game, again against either Blackhawk or Newcastle. And I'll, of course, have to thank Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios, pulling a long shift today, and we appreciate all of Nick's help as well. Jerry Dupay behind the camera as well, providing all of the pictures to you. Montour, an 8-1 win on a partly sunny afternoon here at Fox Chapel High School. Spartans win it over the Mustangs. For Tony Hanola, Jerry Dupay, and Nick Barczyk, this is Brian Morozek, and have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, the Spartans beat the Mustangs 8-1. So everybody from Fox Chapel High School.
You've been listening to the C. Harper Group High School Sports Day coverage of